that today with the demonstration of devoted differential honor, because our colleague has worked at the protocol norms. This institution should have been observed from circle secret in the House of Representatives formed behind the hearse. Other in dignity, we decided to do it. Ability to have allowed the Scott again in waiting where that trying to come outside. Witness weeks ago was to be state and to respected today. We felt that he didn't deserve it. If for any reason that were outside the norms, signal so that state security to bring about. Not to blame anybody, it was a kind of a predetermined orchestration. May any such to just houses the left premises, and which is not a good sign. Politics should be taken out of the barrier of our brother, our colleague. To those innocent members of the family, I want to say that you are in our hearts. To the children who are innocent, we say that you are in our hearts, and we will always be in solidarity with you. Again, the House of Representatives is still, because I have been here, I tried to call the Honorable Yombly Lawrence, of course, who herself is bereaved, because we are bereaved, and it's our body, though it's a husband, but it is our body. As our colleague is our body, it's our body. Try to call her on several occasions to know exactly what is obtaining and what can we do. Because if it comes to security, we can assure with all of the networks we have carried out to ensure that there will be ultra measure to ensure that there is kind of a maximum security provided. We call, we couldn't get her, and then in the midst of my colleagues, we also call one of the brothers, Emmanuel Lawrence, Mr. Emmanuel Lawrence, to tell him that we are still awaiting the return of the body. We express our alarm over the fact that there was some kind of action that did not meet our approval, but he said that it was a decision of the family to carry the body to Logan Town because of concerns border insecurity, and they were not inclined to put the body of the brother in public area, and all of those other programs scheduled were cancelled. There will be nothing to the city hall, and as such, the family will come up with the decision as to what will follow next. Honorable Lawrence has died. Nobody can gain anything more than what should be the gains of people. We should all now be identifying with those aggrieved individuals and also giving them courage for what has happened, for the siblings, for the wife, for the offsprings, for the entire family, for members of the legislature, especially the House of Representatives members, and all other persons who may have known Honorable Lawrence. I said that it was not something reflective of civility, of normalcy. So for us, we only want to express our displeasure as to what happened. So I want to say thank you for coming. This is our position, that we were still ready to have the whole solemn occasion being executed as have been the history and the norms of this institution. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then, Honorable Speaker, my name is Omar Kajala from the newspaper.
Yeah.
Honorable Lawrence Barry did not rest in state.
Yeah.
A party of fact that I should be associating with that associating lawmaker.
Yeah.
That way is very unprecedented. Now, how are you talking about Liberty Party? Does this in any way mean that you are shifting it into Liberty Party? They cause Honorable Lawrence to rest in state?
Thank you for the question. I would think that every one of us here are visually sharp. And if you can give some accounts, if you were even present, you would have seen the action outside. May I ask a question? Did you see the House of Representatives members by the body or by the vehicle bringing the body? Did you see other members of the legislature by that vehicle? Some members should have been being posted or being posted. I think you were there. I'm talking to people that are sharp and can see. It's not that I'm selecting my own observation, but what we should have been. Let me say this. By message, because there were some concerns we had. A message that she want for CDC to be present, to be physical, to identify with the family, and to honor Honorable Lawrence. And whatever CDC has been doing and can do, the family will be grateful for that to have come from CDC. And CDC identify with the family morally and tangibly. So CDC was with the family. That is why CDC went to Logantown. That is why CDC appeared at the funeral parlor. So it was CDC way of solidarity demonstration. And CDC is a party, that show love to its people. I only have to say this, because of what I know and what I have seen. Then maybe some other person may tell you exactly what it was. But it should not have been. So, about enough of people out of the House of Representatives. But sometimes we will not want to do what people may otherwise call sedition, making people feel independent in what they want to do. Because assuming security should redirect the body into the for sin, happen for you, other friends to decent as what we still maintain.
So how can you describe
please, let it be ordered now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, you did say that the tension all started from the funeral parlor. Could there be a then where you sense to have fallen in the situation?
There's another issue. I mean, sometimes it's difficult to hear your voice. So we were trying to create a distance so people may not even see what the case, could have been like. We cannot do that in the street. So it's regrettable, but it never happened before. And no amount of action could have led to this kind of a decision. So we thought that it was not in the best interest of our colleague. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Yega and I work for EFBC.
Yeah.
The last time we spoke, and I know the way you sound when you say that you're kind of downhearted with the situation. How be it? On two different occasions we spoke about the role government out to play in the homegoing of your late colleague. What fell short of whatever were the protocols along the way? And then the follow-up to that question would be, I heard you talk about the work keeping. Is it that still going to take place at the Finsville, or what will happen for the funeral?
No, the family said that they cancel all of the activities. I spoke with the brother, one Emmanuel, Mr. Emmanuel Lawrence. I spoke with the brother. So, I mean, we do not want, the dead to be more victimized. We do not want people to get on unusual notice than they should be. The gentleman has lost his life. We all should be mournful. We all should be grieving. We all should be saddened over his passing, and to pray for him to have a kind of restful time in Abraham's bosom. What is obtaining in my mind, almost like a kind of a audition, drama. Somebody have practiced. It comes to bear as the manifestation of the letter written. Whether it is something, well orchestrated, or is something like a coincidence, like a kind of coincidence, we're still trying to decipher, what the case may be. But it's unusual. People have died. I mean, people have been out of the legislature for decades, not even part of the legislature. Some of us don't know them. But when they die, people ask to bring their body here. And, an active lawmaker who is even with a sitting lawmaker, if nobody can make it happen, that family, that wife should have made it happen because she's a sitting lawmaker.
Yes. We just take the next three questions.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Vani Kumar. Thank you for your briefing on the incident. My concern is drawn from two key points that I took from your briefing. One, you said this was a predetermined orchestration.
A sin.
A sin. Okay.
Maybe I stand to be corrected.
Okay. Maybe so. And then the next thing is clearly from your statement, one can deduce that there was some problem in terms of putting the right security measures in place. Maybe because you did not anticipate this. But my question is, moving forward, what are the best remedies so that you will not have a recurrence of this kind of sad incident?
Well, if, for instance, if a singer doesn't want to sing, that singer will not sing. There was nothing wrong with the security. It was the formality, the protocol, you know. And the protocol officers, I must say, were diligent, were effective, were productive today. Highly productive. What I talked about is what they wanted to see happening. It was you know, people outside of the scope or the loop, turning the whole arrangements, you know, upside down, because the protocol reminded everybody, all actors, where they should be. But people decided to, you know, I would say, from the protocol. And the protocol officers, especially the chief of protocol, was and was you know, and we as legislators did not want action outside that abnormal to happen. People should understand there's no other definition for decency in line with people's in terms of mutual protocol, and I hear and tell you what side of the bed to sleep. Ask you whether you can come maybe in your living room to what, you know, and existence of things. Perhaps people will use it again. It happens. So, damn if we do, damn if we do. There was more or less, I believe it was definitely what was planned. I have seen some movements for young people, and I was giving some running around in China, having discussions. These were some to ensure that whether we are that kind of a.
Okay, let's take the last one taker from footage. As a leadership.
Well, to convene, because some responses, if it means that the legislature to only bring, you know, their particular because it follows and things happen the way they did today, it's a kind of a east side now. You know, is people still but as far as that is why we walk Monrovia. Yeah, follow up, yeah.
The celebrity